Hey everybody, it is Erin Reed from Erin Reed Makes, and welcome to my top 5 favorite crafty tools of 2020. All the tools I'm about to show you are going to be linked on the information section. So without further ado, let's jump in and let me show you my faves for 2020. My first pick for 2020 are these brand new hot glue applicators from Xyron. They launched 3 new versions, 3 different sizes, and 3 different ways you can have the standard mini, which would actually fit either of their 2 glue stick sizes. They have a 4-inch and they have an 8-inch. So you can fit in the short one. You can also fit in the longer one. They both fit great. The second one is this one that's got a much larger space. Plus it has a space where you can load in multiple glue sticks. So it's got a little hole in here that you can actually pop in, and you can fit 2 to 3 at a time. And you can also open this to pull them out if you're not using them. So you can use it both ways. So you can pop them in here through the hole, and it works awesome. So if you've got a lot of stuff you're trying to hot glue, then this is fabulous because you can load a whole bunch into here. And then the last one is a little pen applicator, which I think is fabulous. And as you can tell, they're all on. So let's check this out. This can take also the long sticks or the short sticks. So I'm gonna pop a longer one in here. So I love this little pen applicator because it gives a nice, I can go thick, but I also can go super thin. So depending on what kind of application I want for my glue, it does a great job, and it can sit right on its little base. For the large one, for the multi-stick applicator, here we can pull this piece down and you can get a nice large beads of glue. I'm just pulling it, but you can also gotta activate the new one. I just kind of jiggle it a little bit and it gets the new stick activated, or I can do a nice bead of glue as well. For the last one, also has a little kickstand. I love the little portability of this guy. And again, you can do nice big blobs going all the way across, or you can do a nice thin stream. And there really is not much for stringies depending on how you're applying it. So my first pick for 2020 is the brand new Xyron hot glue applicators. They are fabulous. I've used them on many projects, including this one. All the layers of felt not only were die cut out using the crossover machine that you're gonna see next, but also held together with this hot glue, which is fabulous. And look how great and cute this looks. So my second pick for 2020 for general craft supplies is my crossover tube machine. This thing is awesome because it's portable, and there we go, now it's opened up. It comes with 3 plates, so you have your base plate, your metal plate, and then your top plate. I tend to use the metal plate with all of my die cutting, and it does come with a magnetic version if you are wanting a magnetic one. What I love about this machine is that if I need to die cut something that is big, I can die cut anything. I can emboss anything. I can cut whatever I need to out. Fabric, felt, faux leather, paper, vinyl, you name it. It all can be done. So this has a dial system. So I can dial it up. It goes all the way up to 18. Even the really thick dies that are out there, this works perfectly. Or the super thin wafer dies. They all work fantastic on here. I have felt, I have faux leather, and I have vinyl. Let's start with cutting the felt first. So any dies, I've picked 3 different dies from 3 different companies. They all work great. I'm gonna dial this one all the way down because it is quite thin. But if I find I just get a little too much resistance, I can always dial it up to make it a little bit wider between the rollers. Cut out, awesome, I love that. There's no little wavy bits where it cut through clean, and that is great. And if you didn't get a clean cut, guess what? You can dial it down, maybe didn't have it, firm enough or tight enough for it to cut through, and you can always do it again. Now we're gonna do our vinyl. Look, it pops right out, no problem. And all I have to do is just get the backing off and I'm set to go. So even another brand, cut something out, no problem. Last one is some faux leather, die cutting it out. Again, I'm gonna keep it on the smallest because I haven't really gotten any thicker with my dies or my materials. They're all pretty thin and it pops out, no problem. I love it. But what if you wanna do some embossing? Well, super simple. Just pop your paper in here. Now for this, because I'm just doing a pressure, I don't need the extra metal plate to add a little extra oomph in order to cut something through. So I'm just gonna place that right here. I can already tell you, this is gonna be pretty tough. Like it's just not wanting to go through. So I just dial it back out again, roll it up a little bit, and then I just test it. Does it go through? Nope, doesn't quite go through. So I'm gonna dial it up. I don't have to worry about having shims or extra bits and pieces. I just find the right, nope, not there yet. I just find the right pressure. I'm gonna go up a little bit more, and voila, there it is. So any type of products you have will work awesome with this machine. I have not found a single thing I haven't been able to die cut through, emboss. It's kind of hard to see the embossing. There it is, right there. So it just embossed right through. Should have picked a different color, but there we go. We got black. So this is my second pick for 2020 for basic craft supplies. So my third pick is actually a couple of different picks. This is actually my third, fourth, and some bonus picks in here. So number one is my craft mat. I absolutely love this craft mat. This is an extra thick craft mat I got at scrapbook.com. I believe it's from Dress My Craft. It's just a little bit thicker than some of the other craft mats out there. It can hold up to my intense crafting prowess, I guess is the best way to describe it. So the other one that I absolutely love is my stencil brushes. So I love using my stencils. Both of these stencils are from Crafters Workshop, which you can find a plethora of stencils over at scrapbook.com and also at craftersworkshop.com, so you can check that out. Again, all links are always down below for all the supplies I'm showing you. So these brushes are from Dynasty. They have a couple of different variations. This one's actually called the Stencil Pro. So this is made for stenciling, but they also have these really nice big ones, and you can tell I've used them for a variety of things. So the first way I love to use my stencil brushes is with an ink. So this ink is Close to My Heart ink. So I will just dab my brush into here. A little bonus piece that's carried over from one of my other top 5 picks for 2020. This is just crafting tape or washi tape. They both work great. So got a fun end. That's always the hardest part. So I find washi tape to be a #1 way, or even the purple easy release tape. They both work great for kind of holding things down so they don't slide around on me. And because this is a silicone craft mat, is non-stick craft mat, it will hold great. So just make sure I have my ink, applying it. Look how easy. I can get into all those little nooks and crannies. It's a brush, so you know it's gonna hold up great. And so you just kind of keep coming in. There we go. I can do really dark sections. I can also do really light sections. It's just super easy to apply ink with a stencil. So easy. I can wash my brush. I'm not worried about it deteriorating, and Dynasty brushes are fantastic. So I love the ability of using a brush with a stencil. So I'm just gonna pop this up. I don't need to finish it because you guys get the idea. So I'm gonna pop this up and look how pretty that looks. So easy, so pretty. You can fade in and fade out, and I love my brush for this. All right, so next is using paint. I absolutely love using paint with stencils. The same brushes, I could interchange these brushes or this brush. This is just a Folk Art multi-surface craft paint from Plaid. I think it's great. So I get my paintbrush in here. And so my other staple I absolutely love is my paint palette. It makes sure I love, this is just the cheapest little paint palette you could possibly find. I think they're like $1. They're awesome, but they're super easy to clean. It helps keep my space a little bit cleaner. Plus, I don't have to worry about, like, if I put my project on it, and I can totally put my paint on my craft mat, but I'm afraid I would like smear it. This way I can move this around. I have a ton of different color options. It just really makes life a little easier for me. So I just kind of daub my stencil brush in here, and just like I did with the ink, you just start applying it. It's really awesome. So you can really get some beautiful, if I need a little bit more ink, just dab it around and smear it on. And then the big reveal, beautiful. I love it. It just makes using your stencils so much easier. It's not gobs and gobs of paint. So using the stencil brushes with the stencils just makes life so much easier. Now I just gotta make sure I go clean everything. So my third and technically fourth pick, plus a few bonus picks, are my stencil brushes and my extra thick nonstick craft mat. All right, so this next general craft supply is, if you're really into cutting felt or fabric, is this amazing cutting platform with a rotary cutter from Arteza. I think it's awesome. So this kit comes with a rotary with extra blades, the ruler, and the special little mat that comes with it, which is nice and small. I love it because this is a nice big ruler. It's already in a closed position, and I've used this a ton of times and it hasn't gotten dull yet. And then tip, always roll it away from you, and it cuts awesome. So if I need to cut straight lines, I just need to make strips, I need to do something easy, because I work with a lot of felts, this little tool is amazing. And with the craft mat, I never have to worry about it because it's self-healing. It works great. So I also have a much bigger craft mat that actually is huge. It fits almost the entire desk. This is just my little mini version, but having a good craft mat on your desk, I think, is also a key essential. This is my pick number 5 for general crafty supplies. All right, my bonus pick for 2020 is my Cricut Maker. This thing is awesome. I have used it to cut so many different projects and all different types of materials. So here is one of the projects I cut in vinyl. I absolutely love it. All the little detail pieces and inlaying all the different pieces in that. So cut through vinyl, no problem. To paper, these little pieces were cut out using paper with different cut files. Some files I made, same with the vinyl. You can check out all my links to my cut files, which are compatible with the Cricut Maker and the Cricut Studios. All you have to do is upload the SVG or the PNG files. And this little house came from a cut file that is from scrapbook.com. I think it's absolutely adorable. It's my little glitter house. I just made these. And then also you can cut felt. So as you can see here, it cuts through felt no problem. And I made those super cute little ghosty bags. So you have different blades depending on what you are trying to cut, and you can also put a pen in there so you can also draw. So sky is a limit. All you have to do is super easy, is pull out the housing on this to change out the blade, and you put in the new blade. And if it doesn't fit because you're not putting it in quite right, then the door won't close. That's as hard as it is. And then you connect this to your computer and everything works just great. So my Cricut Maker, I just got this about 4 or 5 months ago and I'm absolutely in love. To tell you how old it was since I had another Cricut, this was my cutting mat for my original Cricut. It's the one that fit the little 6-inch. They were still called Provo Craft at the time. So I had been running on that one for such a long time and I felt like it was time to upgrade. So I decided to upgrade and get the big guns. So I got my Maker and I'm super happy. There are so many more projects that I can actually create with this. Sky is the limit. So this is my bonus pick for 2020. Thank you so much for joining me and checking out my favorite crafty tools of 2020. These are your basic, what I would call my basic tools that I use almost on a daily, if not weekly basis. And don't forget, a good pair of scissors as well. Always an essential for crafting. All the supplies that I'm using are down in the information section. And don't forget to like and subscribe my channel, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye everybody.